complain. And the other one, I downloaded Pokemon Sleep, and I tried that, and that was okay. It reminds me of the Magikarp game. I don't know if you guys ever played that, the Magikarp Jump game, and that it seems to have some similar elements, but it's really cute. Like there's a lot of depth into it as far as like animations go. The art's really cute. Like there's at least 4 different sleep styles for each Pokemon so far that I've seen. Uh, but I wanted to go. I know not a whole lot of people have played it, so I wanted to make content for that, so I could put that on YouTube also. So I've only done one night. Uh, the professor tells you how to do everything, and then you get like a Snorlax each week. So it's not the same Snorlax. You don't get to just keep building it up. So you build him up, and then there wasn't much you could do for the first night. It was all tutorial stuff. So like I went to bed with it, and so this is how I did it. I did not keep my phone plugged in all night, and I really don't advise that. Uh, I'm worried about cords getting wrapped around necks, but there's also like the safety hazard that things could just catch on fire. Like that's a real issue. I have seen it happen, and like poorly wired houses and like just flammable sheets and hair. Like I don't know. I really feel like that's not the way to do that. So I charged my phone. It was at 80% when I went to bed last night, and then when I woke up, it was at 20%. So it definitely drains your battery, but it's not unplayable if you don't keep it charged, if it's not just charging. So you have to give it a whole bunch of weird, creepy permissions. Like I did give it permission to like record my voice, but it doesn't seem to be very sensitive. My boyfriend snores really, really loud, and I was worried that the app was going to pick up his snoring, and it didn't at all. It got me snoring a little bit and like a bunch of like rustling from me, like just rolling around, and probably my cat walking all over it. Which was another concern of mine. I have my animals sleep with me, and they're always like walking around my head and messing with my pillow. So I'm sure that a lot of the ups and downs in the app are going to be related to them. But other than that, after you wake up, the first time it's going to be like 10 minutes of tutorial. So don't go in thinking like, oh, I'm going to do this before work in the morning, because it's probably going to make you behind or make you aggravated because it's taking your time. But once you get through the tutorial, it's pretty self explanatory. You get 5 Pokemon, at least I got 5 Pokemon for sleeping, and they were all part of my sleep type. And there's 3 sleep types. I don't remember what the other 2 were, but mine was dozing? Mine was dozing. Now I'm second guessing myself with my shit memory. Anyway, all 5 Pokemon that showed up were my sleep type. And it was like, there was a Charmander, which was the one I got to keep. You only get to keep one. And like I said earlier, each Pokemon has 4 different like versions of that sleep type. So I got one version of each of the 5. And I remember one was a Meowth, one was Charmander, one was Wobbuffet, one was Eevee. What was the 5th one? Boop, boop, boop. Doesn't matter. I got one that was 2 stars, and that was the Meowth, but I didn't keep it because I wanted to keep the Charmander. I think the way that it's set up, that you'll probably get one of the 3 starter types from the first generation. So Squirtle, Bulbasaur, and Charmander. And I do know there's shinies in the game because I saw that on the internet. So I'm a shiny hunter. So as soon as I saw that, that's like what kind of made me download it. I have like, I don't know. There's like, it's fun. It seems cute. It seems like it's in depth. During the day, you have 3 different times you can feed your Snorlax, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He even says it like when you go into the app. He's got a little bubble above his head. It said breakfast, and then I fed him for lunch. And there's a whole like curry decks there too, because each Snorlax has his like preferences. The one I have now likes curry and stew. So I've made him a bunch of curry, and I'm sure that's probably going to be the same for the tutorial Snorlax. Oh, I'm talking a lot, sorry. Uh, but again, you don't get to keep your Snorlax. So you get a new one each week, and I guess it's cycled out after the tutorial because I got one today, but today is Friday, which is generally the end of the week. Uh, so I'm curious to see other Snorlax's preferences. And the curry I got was fancy apple curry. And I already know that there's more curry because there's like a whole little note section. Which, by the way, if you do end up playing and you're watching this, go check out the notes page because it doesn't tell you to do that in the oh my god, in the tutorial. It doesn't tell you to do that, but or if it did, I missed it. But I wandered into the page and I got a whole bunch of diamonds because I had gotten some stuff. So like you get diamonds per filling out the page, and diamonds are obviously like currency. You use it to get boosts and other things, and it has the in-game you can buy stuff. But I mean, I never buy in-game stuff when I play phone games. So that's not going to be like going forward, that's not going to be something I'll talk about. So don't worry about like if I'm further because I spent money on the game. I don't have the money for that. So everything that I'll talk about is from the free to play versions of the game. But I was really blown away by the animations. They're really cute. They're really like crisp and sharp, little 2D animations that are so. And I love, I love Pokemon. It's a huge weakness. So it was so cute. So far, I recommend it. And there's also like there's parts of the game that I don't have access to yet, and I'm sure it's because either I haven't gotten that far or it's not available in game yet. But I'll talk about that more. As long as I keep having fun with it, I'll keep bringing it up. But I know that it's new, and I know not a lot of people are talking about it because some people are afraid to download it. So I wanted to say my 2 cents because it was fun.